If you're thinking about buying the Garmin Forerunner 265, hold on for just a second because what I'm about to reveal might change your mind. This watch promises brilliant AMOLED display, incredible battery life, and tailored training insights. But here's what surprised me. Despite the hype, it's got some serious flaws that could throw off your workouts and your wallet. Don't get me wrong, Garmin's name carries weight in the fitness world, but the Forerunner 265 isn't the flawless champion some make it out to be. So, what exactly are you buying into when you shell out $449.99 for this GPS-running smartwatch? Stick around because by the end, you'll know if this watch is your perfect training partner or just another gadget taking up wrist real estate. Let's dive in. First, the Garmin Forerunner 265 is built to impress on paper. A dazzling AMOLED touchscreen combined with traditional buttons for ease of use. A feather-light 46mm case size that shouldn't weigh you down during your runs. And a battery that supposedly lasts up to 13 days in smartwatch mode or 20 hours with GPS on. Sounds like the stuff of dreams, right? But here's a big question. Are these specs living up to Garmin's promises in everyday use? Spoiler alert, they kind of do, but with some noticeable caveats. Imagine investing in a watch that tracks your every move with precision, but struggles to keep up accurately when the terrain challenges its GPS tech, or when you really push your limits. Now here's the twist. The Forerunner 265 shines with its training readiness feature. It gives you a morning report combining your sleep data, recovery status, heart rate variability, HRV, and even weather updates, all designed to help you plan your day's workout. It sounds like having a personal coach strapped to your wrist giving you real-time advice on whether to crush your run or take a rest day. Plus, it offers personalized daily suggested workouts that adapt based on your recovery and performance, supposedly ensuring you train smarter, not harder. But, and here's the catch, this data is only as reliable as what the watch can measure accurately, and sometimes the assessment feels off or not actionable enough. It's like being told you're ready to hit a marathon pace when you actually feel spent. Imagine showing up to a race and your watch's helpful advice left you gasping for air instead of crossing the finish line with a smile. By now, you might be thinking, who exactly is this watch for? The Forerunner 265 is suited for serious runners, triathletes, and active individuals who want advanced metrics without the bulk of higher-end Garmin models. With over 30 built-in activity profiles, including triathlons, cycling, and open-water swimming, it certainly casts a wide net. If you're someone who craves in-depth training data, race strategy tools, and connectivity features like smart notifications and Garmin Pay, this model could pack a punch for you, if you're willing to accept its quirks. But if you're an everyday runner or a casual user looking for straightforward tracking, some of the features might just feel like overkill or worse, confusing. Here's a story that might resonate. A friend of mine bought the Forerunner 265 to prep for his first marathon. He loved the sleek display and the morning report, which made him feel like a pro athlete. But come race week, the training readiness scores were inconsistent, sometimes telling him to push when he needed rest, other times recommending cooldowns when he felt ready. His Garmin kept detecting incidents during his runs, which freaked him out more than it helped, mainly because it triggered alerts at the most awkward times. Moral of the story. While this watch tries to be your all-knowing coach and safety guardian, it still has moments where it's just guessing, sometimes with inconvenient results. Okay, let's talk about accuracy because GPS watches live or die by this metric. The Forerunner 265 uses multi-band GNSS with SatIQ technology, promising better positioning accuracy in tricky environments like dense urban areas or thick forests. That's a step up from older models, theoretically giving you true-to-life pace and distance data. But in practice, some users have reported slight discrepancies, especially during trail runs or in places with heavy tree cover. For a $450 watch, you expect solid performance, yet in challenging environments, it occasionally bites the dust. Think of it like hiring a GPS navigator who's great on highways, but occasionally takes you on scenic detours when you just want to get from point A to B. Frustrating, right? Speaking of frustration, let's not gloss over the battery life. Garmin rates it at up to 13 days in smartwatch mode, which is quite impressive compared to many competitors. And yes, if you're mainly using it just to tell time and check notifications, it'll cruise through days on end. But crank the GPS to track outdoor runs or triathlon events, and that 20-hour number gets eaten up fast, especially if you're toggling AMOLED display brightness or using advanced metrics like wrist-based running power. Basically, if you're a marathon runner or ultra athlete out for a multi-hour session, you might need a power bank nearby or risk your watch shutting down mid-run. Like bringing a fully loaded picnic to the park only to realize you forgot the blanket, great food, no place to enjoy it. Now here's a quick joke break to keep things light. Why don't smartwatches ever get lost? Because even if GPS fails, they always have a wrist asterisk to guide them. Okay, that was a bit cheesy, much like how this Forerunner's additional features sometimes feel. Speaking of features, Garmin includes incident detection and assistance to send your live location to emergency contacts if things go sideways during select activities. It's a great safety net, but here's the kicker. It requires your smartphone to be nearby and connected to cellular service to work. So if you're exploring those remote trails where your watch's GPS might falter, your safety feature might too. It's like having a lifeguard who's great at texting, but only when Wi-Fi is available. Not quite the peace of mind you'd hope for in a serious adventure. Let's rehook with this. Imagine a watch that knows your heart better than your caffeine addiction, helps you plan your toughest workouts, but occasionally behaves like a diva demanding a software update mid-run. Is this the cutting-edge training tool Garmin advertises, or is it a smartwatch that's still learning the ropes? Stick with me, because the final verdict might surprise you. User experience with the Garmin Forerunner 265 is a mixed bag, but leans toward positive if you're willing to embrace the learning curve. The AMOLED touchscreen is vibrant, bright, and highly responsive, which makes navigating through features a breeze. Finally, a Garmin that steps into the modern smartwatch arena without compromising durability. Button controls remain handy for outdoor runs when swiping a screen feels clumsy with sweaty hands. However, the user interface can sometimes feel cluttered with too many metrics thrown at you simultaneously, making it overwhelming for the average user who just wants a simple go or slow down. Another lighthearted jab. Why did the smartwatch break up with the fitness app? Because it felt like it was getting too many notifications in a short amount of time. On that note, the Forerunner 265 does a fantastic job integrating smart notifications, calls, texts, emails, right on your wrist, letting you leave your phone in your pocket or locker. Garmin Pay is another convenience for on-the-go shopping, but sure enough, it's restricted to supported countries and banks, so don't expect magic everywhere. Bottom line, it's good tech trying to be an all-in-one gadget, and for many runners, that's enough to sway the decision. So what about durability? Garmin builds watches to endure tough conditions, and the Forerunner 265 continues that tradition with a lightweight but tough design that's water-rated and ready for swims and rainy runs. If you drop it, it'll likely handle the impact better than your smartphone, though I wouldn't recommend testing that with a hammer just yet. In terms of comfort, the 46mm size is a sweet spot, not too chunky, not too dainty, which means you can wear this beauty all day, including during sleep tracking, to get a true sense of your recovery. Which reminds me, the morning report feature is a standout, offering your HRV status, sleep insights, and training outlook right as you rise, making it feel later like you've got a personal coach nudging you from the nightstand. Here's the question that really matters. Should you buy the Garmin Forerunner 265? The honest answer: if you're a committed runner or triathlete who loves detailed data, personalized training plans, and that crisp AMOLED display to keep motivation high, this watch will definitely serve you well, despite some hiccups on GPS accuracy and the occasional software quirk. However, if you want flawless GPS in every terrain, rock-solid predictive coaching, or a cheaper option that just tracks the basics without the bells and whistles, then keep looking. It's not perfect, but if you weigh features against cost and style, it's certainly competitive. Before we wrap, another joke to brighten your day. Why did the Garmin user bring a ladder on their run? Because they heard the training status said they were peaking asterisk. All jokes aside, Garmin's Forerunner 265 pushes a lot of boundaries, nudges smarter training, and offers an attractive design with solid battery life. Its race widget helps plan every detail of your big day, and the multi-band GPS is a clever upgrade from predecessors. To grab the best price on the Garmin Forerunner 265, check out the link in the description below. Keep in mind, prices can jump and dip quickly, so acting fast can save you a bundle. Whether you decide this watch is your next training companion or not, having all the facts before you buy is the smartest move. Garmin has definitely stepped up their game with the Forerunner 265, making it worth considering for your next fitness upgrade. But just remember, no matter how smart your watch is, the real power is in your legs. Happy running!